Hey everybody, Outer Galaxy Lounge here. It's a banner day at the lounge. I have finally resolved my turntable to receiver issue, my digital receiver and analog turntable. I found a Sansui preamp today at Goodwill for $15. I hooked it up and it works. It allowed my turntable to work, to amplify the signal, to work with my digital receiver. So here she is right here, Sansui C1000. Now I read bad things about these after I got it home, but they didn't really say why they don't like these, but people are selling these for $100 and more on eBay, so they must work. This one works. I plugged it in at Goodwill and the lights came on, and they'll give you a refund if anything over $10 doesn't work. So I said, well, that's a good deal for $15. I can take a chance, see if it works, and it does work. I got it hooked up. It took me a little bit of finagling to figure out which wires went where. Here's the turntable. We're running it into the preamp. There's the grounding wire. We got the output right here, our standard RCA jacks. Going into the receiver right here. I put it on the auxiliary input, just because that's easier for me to remember. I got a lot of wires and things back here because I got a lot of components, but you can't put them all in here. And I got a mark so I know what thing goes to what, because when you got a lot of wires, it helps to have them actually marked. That's kind of a nice little tip there for you guys. And I'm listening to records again, and that's pretty good. Not a big vinyl guy, but I got a lot of records, and it's nice to be able to play the turntable. So I guess I'm in the vinyl community now. I'm not a joiner, so I'm probably not in the vinyl community. I'm not in the right light. There we go. So anyway, I got a Sansui preamp, and it works. 15 bucks. I don't know what those originally cost. What did they cost? About $200 back in the day? There was a lot of nice components. Apparently this had come out of somebody's collection or someone's garage. I don't know what. They were very dirty. I cleaned it off. I hooked it up, and there you go. You heard the results. You heard that was Miles Davis. Miles Davis with Gil Evans, the orchestra under the direction of Gil Evans, Miles Davis plus 19, so you got Miles and 19 other players, big band there, on Columbia Records. I bought this new back in the 80s, paid $6 for it, the price is still there. I never really played it that much, and I guess I can play it now, so it's pretty much in mint condition, although it's not the world's greatest pressing. You know, the vinyl is not, you know, virgin vinyl or anything like that, but anyway, so that's the news. We can play vinyl here at the lounge again. Let's look at that one more time. Here's our beautiful player that slides out. The cabinet slides out and in, which is very nice when you have a limited space. So while I have you here, let me, hold on, let me turn on another light. So while I have you here, let me show you something else I picked up today. I got this Chopin Complete Waltzes with Dmitri Alexiev. There's a little bit better view of it for you. The Chopin Complete Waltzes with Dmitri Alexiev on EMI. There's the back, standard EMI case from the 80s. This was $1 at Half Price Books. I didn't know anything about the recording. Of course, I've got Rubinstein and some others. You know, Rubinstein is kind of like the landmark, the milestone for that music. And I didn't know anything about the Alexiev recording. As soon as I got home, I looked it up on ClassicsToday.com, and Jed Disler had given it like a 4 out of 10 for performance. And, you know, some of the things he probably hears in it as a piano expert are things that I'm not going to hear. I'm probably just going to enjoy it on a very basic musical level. So I'm not going to worry over much whether I've got the best recording. I already have Rubinstein, and I've got a couple others, so I'm all good. For $1, I'm willing to take a chance on that. So another thing I picked up today at half price, I had to take one back from that large jazz lot. One of them had the wrong item in the case. So they let me exchange that, and I exchanged it for one other jazz item. And I got this. This is Senri OA. Let's see if you can see that. Senri OA, that's S-E-N-R-I-O-E is his last name. He's a Japanese, kind of multi-talented artist. He was a pop artist in the 80s. He's a big star in Japan. He's totally unknown in the United States. He's been around for a long time. He's a multimedia artist. He's been a TV star. I guess he's been in films. He's well known in Japan. And I had seen this item at half price the last time I was over there, but I didn't know anything about it. So I looked it up on YouTube, and it really sounded good. He's a piano artist. It's pretty standard piano jazz to a point. He does have his own identifiable style. He has some interesting ideas about rhythm and about orchestration that bring it up a little bit above standard just cocktail piano jazz. So it's very pleasant and has surprises at times that are very pleasant ones, not off-putting. I really like this. It's in just a cardboard sleeve. There he is right there. An affable gentleman, I would say. A big star in Japan, not very well known here, but a very pleasant album. Very happy to have that for $1. And the other thing I found today, so we have the Adam Brenner Quartet Quintet here. This is from that same half-price books that had all the other jazz records that I showed you a week or so ago. Brenner is a tenor and alto saxophonist. Got 10 tracks on this. I played this. It sounds great. It's standard jazz, standard traditional style jazz. Sounded wonderful. This is from 2012. Very nice. Very happy with this one. Again, I bought this blind. So I looked at the track list, and since there were some standards on here, that usually tells me that it's going to be a listenable disc. It's not going to be too far out there, not too way out there. So that's it. I got those three. I got the Dmitri Alexiev Chopin and the 2 jazz CDs, and went to Goodwill to get that preamp. Had no idea I'd find this. I was just kind of, as you do when you go to Goodwill, you look around and sometimes something pops up, and that's what happened here.